that he, with some controversy, who had been really evading the criminal justice process in the United States for decades, but yet he was pardoned by President Clinton. And the House Government Operations Committee immediately started an investigation. They wanted to know if indeed Rich and his wife had paid money to Clinton for this pardon, because Rich's wife, who is in the United States, they're separated, has given to the Clinton campaign and was giving to the Clinton Library. Along the way, Dan Burton, the chairman of the committee, learned that something that very few people know, that almost all modern administrations, not just Nixon, tape calls with foreign heads of state. And when Burton learned that, he said, well, Clinton is claiming he issued this pardon because the Prime Minister of Israel had urged him repeatedly, time after time, to issue this pardon. And he thought it was good diplomacy. He thought the arguments were solid. And so he said that was the reason he issued the pardon. Well, Burton wanted to get to the bottom of this and see if this was really true. So he asked the Bush administration, which had just arrived, if they would let him have access to this very classified, highly classified, and very private national security information. These have been around a long time. There is no instance that I've ever heard of prior to this instance when this information was released. And what did Bush do? He took segments of the conversations, not all of them, and released it to Dan Burton. And while it made it a little fuzzy, clearly there had been these conversations. And Clinton was outraged. He said, well, release the entire conversation so there's just no question. Bush refused to do so. He said, no, it's national security. So that just shows you how they have played this game with classified information. When it works for them, they put it out. When it doesn't, they obviously sit on it and threaten to prosecute journalists and what have you who might get access to the information. So that's to answer the first part of your question. The second part of your question was, are we